You might have heard me already telling a little bit of my story, and basically the story is about it's about failures, constant failures since I was like 14, 13 years old, maybe even, because I used to sell stuff from China, like like these coolers even for under your laptop. I don't think they need it anymore. Um, I've imported Hoovers, those swivel sweeper Hoover from as seen on TV, the triangle one. Oh wow! I even tried to buy phones from China, and thankfully they were stopped on the custom duty, and the guy called me. He said like, "Hey, look, you've got the new Nokia phones, and you're not supposed to buy them from China." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, So wait a second, what's on the invoice?" And he said like, "On the invoices there's two memory cards." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted. So that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Send it back, please. I just wanted my memory cards." And there were like many more of my ideas that the things I used to do. It's I don't know how many times I failed with different like adventures. I mean, not even adventures, the trials, the business trials. Yeah, it was mostly very failure, full of failures life. So I'm happy to be where I am now, and I'm actually thankful for those failures because I've realized some things that I'm gonna talk about a little bit later, and it's crazy cool to fail so many times and actually learn from this, not just fail and give up. Like every time I was doing something, I always wanted to be wealthy. I always wanted to have enough money to cover everything, to cover all of my costs, to make me financially independent. Have enough money to buy cars, to travel, to like just have money and don't think about this anymore. Like get to the next level. From the other hand, I also always wanted to help people. I mean, help people by, like sorting some problems for them. And the biggest problem I always wanted to solve for some people was to make them wealthy as well. I wasn't wealthy, but I was trying to make people wealthy by giving them some sort of advice and stuff. Because I've learned a lot from the books, from my trials, from my errors, from my failures, that I wanted to somehow give it back. But I also wanted to actually help these people, like make their business running, because I know so much stuff in each sector, because I did so many failures, that it's I can see some things before other people can see them. I would love to be in a position that I'm the guy to go to if you're opening new business, if you're trying to sell something online. And yeah, that's my biggest dream. The thing is that I just wanted to be in a position that I can help, and I know that I can help, and people know that, oh, this guy is actually he know what he does, and he's good at this. At that time, I started to have some successes. After I came back from England, where I lived for a couple of years. I came back home. I've opened my own furniture company, and did all right. Like I would say surviving. Okay, maybe not all right. Yeah, it wasn't like I was selling 10 products per week. That was like in total 40 products per month, and I was like getting $100 for each sale, and that would be fine in Poland. but it was always like very inconsistent. 1 month was good, 1 month wasn't, and I was always back behind, with my money, and that was very, very stressful, and it is sometimes still, but yeah, this was, like not having enough money, not having enough energy for life, because when it was busy it was, hard to catch up, and then the money was like covering the expenses from the last month. So one day I had this idea that, I was reading some books, one thing book, and I've decided that I'm gonna actually focus on one thing and one product, or maybe two products at the same time, not trying to go, for the collection of products, which I did in the past, and I've realized that in the middle that it's really hard to promote 10 products if you don't really know how to promote one. So yeah, I started to making this one product shop. Then again, it came to the point that I was actually making nice money. That was enough, and even margins was alright at some point, until I realized that I still have so many expenses from previous months that I'm not actually gonna make any profit, like the profit that you want to put in your pocket. I wasn't able to support myself, to support my business, to run my business, because when you run it, you always have some expenses, like the ads, new campaigns, new stuff. Everything costs, and you need money to test it, because otherwise you're not gonna get any further if you don't test what works or what doesn't. So any profit that was from the business, I was like investing it back in hopes that it will finally work. And at some point, I was like really running out of ideas on how to run this company. I started feeling that not many people still believe that I can handle, like I can pull this off. And I mean, even close family. Maybe they somehow believe, but the feeling, I don't know if you've got the same, but there's this feeling that you are actually on your own. I mean, this is fine, but you don't really want to, in those down moments that I had quite frequently. You don't really want to hear people telling you that you will give up again, or is that actually this, when you're gonna have money for this, and when you're gonna have money for this. And I mean, you cannot blame them, I cannot blame them, because my whole life was around failure. So why should anyone trust me now? I mean, why should everyone believe me now after so many failures? And it was quite tough until I realized how to use my mind and shape my mind and shape my thoughts. That was quite devastating to me, And now recently I really had this epiphany. I had this moment in my workshop when I was like filling up some orders, fulfilling on some orders, and listening to the book 3 Feet from Gold. I had this epiphany that told me exactly what I should do, and because I record myself often, record my thoughts, I took it out, pressed record, and I start talking to the microphone, and that I felt that wasn't actually me talking. It was like some sort of idea was coming through me, and I was like telling this to this microphone, and then listened to this a couple of times, And at that point I realized that I don't need to be some sort of guru, some sort of expert in business stuff to help people, because I can find the other way to help the same people, and then in the future help them with what I want to help them, like with my main goal to build their companies on to build highly profitable companies for them, and to change their life, because they finally get to the stage where they financially independent, and so that was this epiphany. So I realized that I don't need to be an expert to give those people some sort of good service, because the entrepreneurship is solving problems. So I just basically need to solve some problems for these people who run their own businesses, and then one day I will be able to solve bigger problems for them and get to the goal. And I've realized that I'm really good at, maybe none are really good, but I'm good enough to make websites, to make funnels, to build them, to make nice graphic designs, to make this stuff. And I always do this for myself. Whenever I've got an idea, I build landing page, I build ads, and I create this everything. And it's most of the time it's no news of this, because I don't have resources to pull this off. But some people have the resources, and I'm more than happy to help them. Even now I'm just gonna show my journey and what I'm doing, and slowly I'm gonna be showing people how I'm doing this. And I will be doing myself a challenge, and it will be 100 funnels, 100 pages challenge. So I will be trying to make them the best, to reach high conversions, and I will be learning everything. Each funnel I will be learning something new. I will be getting better. I will be getting better. I will be getting feedback from people, and I will be improving. And 100, because I believe that's my belief, that the 100, if you try something 100 times, you actually gonna get good at this, because there's no chance that you're not gonna learn from the failures. And after 100 times you will be good. Imagine making logos for a company, for making logos. If you actually put the effort and make one good logo every 3 or 4 days, after 100 logos you will be actually quite good. If you actually make the research, get the feedback, improve on every single logo, after 100 logos you will be actually good, and you could get paid well to make them. The thing is, how I'm gonna get customers, and I've realized this quickly, actually yesterday. I will be just helping people anyway. I will be helping them for free on groups, on everywhere I will have a chance. I will be just helping them for free. I will be showing my portfolio. I will be giving value. I will be giving tons of value for the exchange of a chance to work with them. And then at some point I will be doing jobs for one person, for another, for 10 of them, for 20 of them. And then slowly there will be the leads gonna start come to me anyway, from referrals, from my old posts on groups, and from help that you actually give people. They will see this, people look for people who are actually able to solve some problems. What I've learned from this journey my whole life, actually at that epiphany moment, it came to me that all of those mistakes that I made in my life was actually showing me that there's always a different way. And the same one with this, and the same with this time, that I've realized that there's different way that I can actually start helping people with what I know already, because it's really important. It's much easier to focus on something and help people if you actually know what you do. It's easier for your mind, I would say. And this is really this is really big idea. This is really a big moment for me, because I actually know what I actually found a new way to my main life goal, and I think it will. And I don't even think. I'm certain. I'm sure 100%. I've got 100% faith that it will work. And if I keep persisting, if I keep being persistent, if I keep pushing, and if I keep doing what I know best, and if I keep improving, I'm 100% sure that it will work. And this gives me. This first time in my life, this gave me this feeling of freedom, of like not worrying about money. I didn't even thought about money when this idea came to me. I just knew that okay, money gonna show up if I'm gonna do what I love to do or what I like to do. I can basically see it happening, and the calmness came to me. I felt much better. I felt, like, the other thing is, I finally got this point which dictates all of my future actions. What I mean by that is, so my idea is to build those funnels, those pages, and now every time I came with some sort of idea, or someone approached me with the idea, oh Chris, we should do this, I'm like, will be able to improve on my building funnels or building sales pages, or like getting to help those people in the future with this idea or not? If it's not, I don't give a fuck how good it is, how perfect the conditions are and everything. I'm not gonna take it, like I'm gonna be adjusting everything to the main goal that I know I'm gonna get. And yeah, it's basically a nice feeling to finally find what you're supposed to do. And I will be doing my best to get there, and yeah, thank you for watching. That was a little bit emotional for me, but I know I had to tell you this, because this will also build trust with you, I hope. And so if you like to see what I do, just go to twourbrands.com and see my ideas, my project, and see my journey. And if you ever need some help, please let me know. I've got 100 funnels to build, and one might be yours as well. Okay, take care. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. Wish you all the best in your business. Bye.